Hey guys, it's App Reviewer. I apologize for the long delay in my video reviews, and I know most of you know that I did go to Texas for the holiday break, and then as soon as I got back to Vegas, I did go to CES, which was last week. So I did meet a ton of companies there. I'm going to get a ton of review stuff in, so for the next few weeks and maybe even months, I'm going to have a lot of content being pushed out. So today I want to take a look at the Nexus 4 Ringke Slim case. This comes from Rearth, and you can pick it up for $9.99, and it comes in 4 different models. It comes in soft feeling matte gray, black, and navy, which is a soft touch case, or the light feeling white, which is basically a plastic case, so it doesn't have a matte finish on it. We've got 2 of those cases. We got the white light feeling, and then we got the black soft feeling, so we'll take a look at both. Here you can see the packaging is Rearth's normal eco packaging, so it ships like this because 1, it is light to ship, so they don't have to pay a ton of shipping costs, and 2, they want to be friendly to the environment, so good on them. Let's pull out the case, and all you'll get within the packaging is the case itself, which is not really bad at 10 bucks. So you can see the case right here. This is a snap-on case, so it is super slim. It comes in at 0.8 millimeters thick. You can see on the inside it says Ringke Slim, the ultimate way to slim. And I do want to point out I have a new lighting setup, so let me know what you think of it in the comments below. I'm still trying out a few different things, so you'll see that it does focus in better on the case. The back, as I mentioned, this is the light feeling, so it's basically straight up no finish. So it's basically, it's a little slippery, but it's not super slippery. So I'm going to bring in the black one right here just so you can compare it, and this is the soft touch black, also known as the soft feeling. So this one actually has a coating on it, a very slight coating, but you can see it does pick up some fingerprints on there, whereas this one is just basically the plastic material, so it has no grip on it whatsoever, which is a downside to some people, but I do know some people don't like sometimes the stickiness or the rubberiness of a soft touch case. So you can see you got your cutouts for your camera, speaker, all your ports are open. So let's pop this on the phone and we'll show you exactly how it looks and fits. So before we do pop this case on the phone, I do want to note that this is a revised version. So in the past, when Rearth first came out with the case, there was an issue with a fit on it, and basically I've got the older case right here. You'll see when I pop it in, it does seem to fit nice and snug, but there's an issue towards the volume rocker side that allows you to push it in, as you can see here. So it's not a completely snug fit. That has since been remedied, so if you pick up any case now, you will find that it will be the newer model, so you won't have any problems with it. So if we pop that out, you can see that the installation is super simple. Just snap it into a side and press it in, and now you finally get a nice tight fit. So there's no gap between the phone and the back of the case, so it's a nice slim form factor, and like I said, no air gap, so it fits really solid on the phone, and it feels like it's actual part of the phone. You can see on the back you got a cutout for your camera. That works perfectly. It's a little bit recessed, and you can see there's a little bit of an oval shaped cutout there. It works fine. On the bottom you can see that minor cutout for the speaker. Once again, no sound muffling. And you can see some Ringke Slim branding right there. It's very subtle, as is on the black case. So very subtle. Towards the bottom you can see you got one large cutout for your microphone and also your micro USB port. No issues there. You've also got a lanyard jack right here, which is actually a little bit weird because I can't fit a lanyard in there. I've tried it out. I don't use lanyards, but for the sake of the review, I wanted to try it out and it won't fit. So if you do like using those, you're kind of out of luck. On the right hand side, you can see your power button. Nice ample cutout. Your finger rests in that groove perfectly, so it's very easy to press. And same thing goes for the volume rocker side. It's not completely cut out around the sides. The material is a lot thinner, so it gives you a nice little gap to hold on to. So it is very comfortable to press and easy to press at that. Up top, you can see you got one large cutout for your headphone jack and the secondary microphone, and this works just fine. You can see it does have an indentation towards the back, so no problems with it. As I mentioned, it comes with 2 models, the light touch and the soft touch. So the light touch is this one right here, which is basically a lighter case because it has no coating. And then the soft touch is obviously the matte finish. So you can see this one does pick up a little bit of fingerprinting and grease, whereas this one is just for someone that wants the straight up plastic feel. So really you got 2 options to choose from. Finally, I want to mention obviously the case is super thin, so it doesn't add much bulk onto your device, but at the same time you won't get much drop protection. So with that said, let's move on to talking about the protection the case will offer. Most people should know by now that snap-on cases offer very minimal drop protection, and the reason for that is 1, they're very thin, so there's not a lot of material to protect from an impact, and 2 is the fact that they are made out of plastic most of the time, and plastic is not very good at absorbing shocks. With that said, snap-on cases are perfect for 3 reasons. If you want a sleek case, a slim case, or a minimalistic case, or a combination of all 3. This one right here is good because it's probably the thinnest of any snap-on case I've seen, and also because especially with this coating right here, it'll slide in and out of the pocket very easily. Also, the feel on it is good because you can see it's so thin that it gives you a nice ergonomic grip, especially on a phone as big as a Nexus 4. So I quickly want to bring out 3 cases that are very similar to it. Here's a Nilken case, and then here is just a generic eBay case. And the reason I still recommend the Ringke over these two is because it's so much thinner. You can see these are thin cases, but they don't compare to the Ringke Slim at all. This one has sort of a textured design, as you can see. This one has a very, very thick soft touch coating, so you can pick these up for like $4 or $5 on eBay, but I still recommend this one right here if you don't need the protection. That said, when it comes to drop protection, you will get basically none. It's basically non-existent or very, very minimal. Like I said before, it's just because it's a thin case and it's made out of plastic. However, when it comes to scratch protection, you're a little bit better at that just because it offers protection in the back and the sides, but the top and the bottom are fully exposed. So when it does come to protection, this case offers a very, very minimal amount. So if you do buy it, you got to know that you're not going to get a lot of protection when it comes to drops. So I know that Snap-on cases are very popular for every phone, and eBay is just completely flooded with them. My recommendation is if you want to buy a Snap-on case, spend the extra $3 or $4 and get the Ringke one. Now, this is not just because I love Ringke cases, but it's actually because this case is the best case when it comes to Snap-on cases, simply because it's thinner. Now, I know some people will want a thicker case, and in that case, you might want to get something like the Nilken case right here, which is a thicker case, but it does offer a little bit more protection just because it's thicker and has a textured backing on it, so it's a little bit more comfortable. However, for those of you that want the thinnest case possible, go for the Ringke Slim case. It has the best fit in my opinion. It's very comfortable to hold, very ergonomic and nice to hold, and at the same time it's only $10, so in reality it's only $3 or $4 more expensive than those eBay cases. Like I said, drop protection is very, very minimal, so that's pretty much the biggest con I can give it, but when it comes to the fit, the feel, and the design, it's definitely a great case. So if you do want to pick it up, you can do so for $9.99 on the Rearth website. As I said, it comes in 4 different models. It comes in 3 soft touch models, which are gray, black, and navy, and then the light feeling white, which is just a straight up plastic on it. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more. Cheers.